Well, hello there. This is a surprise, I guess. I haven't done a build video in such a long time. I actually don't really know why. I just, if you've seen my channel, you might have known that we've been doing a little bit of a Let's Play. So I've been kind of focusing on that, but we're going back to the good old days of doing builds. I'm not saying that this is going to be a thing now, but if an occasional build pops up every now and then, that'd be okay, I suppose. Anyways, as you can see from the title, or as you clicked from the title, this is a treehouse build. So I don't really actually know what the inspiration was behind this. I think I just saw an image and I was like, yeah, let's just do a treehouse. It's not based off the image. It was just an image of a treehouse, I think. And then I kind of went with it or whatever. So this is all just kind of like made up. It is a little bit like tricky to build this treehouse kind of thing. I try to challenge myself every now and then to do kind of some different stuff in terms of build. And yeah, so anyways, this is what we're working with. So let's see, how many bedrooms is there? I think this is kind of just a generic house. It's not really themed too much. It has 2 bedrooms, actually, surprisingly, for a treehouse. And for me, I actually think that this isn't a huge house, so I'm actually surprised that we got in 2 bedrooms. I was actually planning for it to just be 1, and even here now too, I'm like, wow, this is a little bit too big. I don't know if the tree can sustain this house. So we are actually, I guess, kind of minimizing the house a little bit, or cutting it down a little bit. Not the house, but cutting down the sides of the house. And yeah, so this is actually a house, or not a house. This is a tree, this main tree that I'm using here, from the build and buy not the build and buy catalog, the debug menu. So it's not that I recently found out about it. I always knew it was there. It's just the debug menu is so confusing. Not confusing. It's not really well organized, and it's basically a hassle to just get anything inside of the debug menu. You can't even like copy it, which it really irritates me as well. So I keep on having to scroll, and then there's a ton of debug items, so it takes forever. So yeah. Anyways, so let's actually talk about the build. So here we have kind of like the main floor area. This is just basically where all the main living kind of stuff is located. So we have a kitchen, we have a little, it's not really a dining room, it's like a breakfast kind of nook area, and then we have like a bedroom, and then obviously you can see I cut away a room, and that's just going to be the bathroom. And so I think, yeah, that is actually the only bathroom. So the 2 bedrooms upstairs, which will have kind of share basically this one little bathroom. It's not that little. I think it's actually kind of large. So here I'm actually trying to do something a little bit different. So I actually didn't record it, but because I was user tester playing or whatever like that's called, and the fridge did not work. So I think in the end I ended up not putting it in its own room. Like I said, I don't have any footage of that, but if you do download it, I think you'll kind of see that not everything, but the fridge area is a little bit different than how we leave it here. So yeah, actually, I don't know if the ending screenshots actually have the updated kind of fridge section, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I kind of like the symmetry of that kitchen a little bit, and I thought I'd put the refrigerator in a little bit of a different section. So here I'm actually playing around with 2 different kind of, countertops. So one is obviously the one from the Snowy Skate Pack, which I thought that was kind of cool. I like that island. And then I don't know the ones that are on the back wall. I don't know what pack they're from, or if they're from a base game. I don't think they're from a base game, but as you can see, I'm trying to do something a little bit different, not only with the treehouse, but just kind of with the style in general. I think also because it was a treehouse, it made me a little bit more open to other kind of styles. Because if you kind of see on my channel, I think that I kind of have I have a style that I definitely stick to. It's more like modern and contemporary. So this one is a little bit different, but I also wanted it to be like a little bit more inviting, in the sense that like I could see myself also living here as well. So even though it's not my preferred modern kind of style, I still think it's very cozy and somewhere what I would like to, I don't know, stay. It'd be a cool Airbnb, like, wouldn't it? Just to stay in a treehouse. That would be so cool. And yeah, so here is the living room. I don't know. It's just kind of a simple living room, nothing too crazy. And yeah, this build, I can't remember which neighborhood it is in. Not recently, but I bought the Henford on Badgley, like that pack, that cottage living pack. And obviously with my Let's Play, you might know that I haven't actually dove too deep into the pack. I haven't even really gone into the neighborhood. So yeah, this is kind of like my first foray into the Henford on Badgley pack. So the neighborhood looks so cool though. I have not, like I said, explored it at all. So this is the first time I'm basically ever going in this neighborhood. And I don't know. I don't know if the next Let's Play will be, feature the cottage living pack. That might be in future parts or whatever. But yeah. So anyways, I think, I talked over it, but I did think that the living room was a little bit of a weird shape, so we did do a little bit more cutaways. I am taking a step back and also looking that, like, I don't think the tree can support, the whole tree house. So I'm adding a little bit of supporters, even though obviously this is a Sims and you can basically build floating buildings. But we're doing this kind of like realistic beams nonetheless. And yeah, so I found the vertical beams that I loved from a long time ago, and we're kind of using those as well. So here I'm kind of decorating this little nook area. I don't know what you call it. I'm doing the decorations. It doesn't work, I don't think. Yeah, but like I said, I think maybe in the final screenshots we'll see what the design is finally. I hope so. I really hope so. I don't want it to be like, I'm teasing you guys. But basically, I think it's the same. It's just that the archway was kind of glitching everything. I think it's because the refrigerator is kind of in that room. And that is like a 1x2 room. So maybe the Sims can't like access it or anything. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, beside the fridge, we have the little decoration box as well as a trash can. Both of those do work. Wait. I actually don't know about the decoration box, but I don't think it won't work. So yeah, but the trash can works. So that's good. And yeah, so I'm doing a little bit of more decoration on the living room because it is looking a little bit bare. And I had a lot of fun doing this. I think it was actually really fun to do this entire build. Specifically for the inside in here, I thought it was really cool just because it was like a lot smaller than my usual builds. I feel like a lot of times I go a little bit too extreme with the builds in terms of the size, and then I kind of get a little bit burnt out, to be honest, with trying to I guess furnish all the bedrooms and all the rooms and stuff like that. But because this is kind of a little bit on a smaller scale, I thought that doing all of the decorations and stuff was a little bit easier to do, as well as because obviously I haven't been into the build and buy catalog that much anymore. It was a lot of me finding new kind of items and deciding to use those. Like this couch, what pack did that come in? I think that came in like that designer decorator pack thing or whatever, and I love it. I love that couch. It's so versatile, and I don't know, I feel like in every single build, like I can use that for stuff. I feel like the build and buy stuff are getting a little bit better and better, but at the same time, like I don't like all the packs that they come out with that are very style specific. Like I kind of like something that is kind of more universal for every kind of style, in the sense that it's basically just simple. And yeah, so it is a open floor plan, this guy, and I don't know, it feels a little bit crowded, but I think it still feels like cozy and not crowded. Like okay, it's cozy, not crowded. Crowded is just a bad word because it has like a negative connotation. But anyways, yeah, so we're doing some lights here and there, and yeah, I mean, I also did like a lot of the, what am I trying to say, because obviously this lot is like way bigger than I intended, because I actually wasn't sure how big like I should make it. I actually do a lot of outdoor kind of landscaping, more than I've basically ever done before. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself. So I'll let you wait till the end to see that, or you can skip ahead if you want to. And yeah, so here we're doing the bathroom. This is a bathroom that I'm actually kind of having a little bit more, not fun with. It's just the shower tucked away like behind like the other side of the door. I thought that was kind of fun. And yeah, so I don't know. I picked out that shower just kind of like out of the whim. I was actually just kind of gonna get like a usual like regular shower. I feel like my bathrooms always look the same, so this one was a little bit different, so I thought I'd keep it in here, and it's also like the only bathroom as well. So now we're going on to the second level, and dealing with this tree, man, it's getting annoying. I actually don't know. I don't remember if it's visible in live mode. I think if you zoom in close enough, the tree's not really visible, so hopefully it shouldn't be that bad when playing. Like I said, I did user player test it, so I don't think it's that obtrusive. Any of the items, there might be some stuff, especially if you use like the free placement or something. I think anytime objects are used with the free placement, they kind of like stick on the walls, and even if you put the walls down, they don't like disappear, which obviously makes sense. But it does mean that like sometimes things get in the way, and I feel like that I'm a culprit for that in a lot of my builds. I always kind of tend to go for look rather than functionality. Obviously, because at that time I was doing a lot more building and less, I guess, playing. But now I'm doing kind of playing, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, so that's the exterior. Here we're going on to the second floor. And like I said, the second floor is actually going to contain 2 bedrooms, which is pretty good, I would say. And with those 2 bedrooms, I think that means actually 4 people can live in this house. But I kind of wouldn't suggest it because it's a little bit, like I said, on the small side. But there's one master bedroom, or just a bedroom that's kind of bigger and has a double bed. And one bedroom also it just has 2 bunk beds. So that obviously means that you can have 4 Sims in here, which is super surprising, especially for the size of it. Yeah, I was actually like happily surprised that I got so much stuff in it. And yeah, so here I'm actually deciding to make a little bit of a design choice, a design difference. And instead of those kind of like modern windows, I am swapping them out with a little bit more traditional windows. Obviously, this is like a treehouse. Treehouses don't have to be like, just wood and that's it. They can definitely be modern, especially if you look at like, if you Google search like tree houses or something. Those are some really cool builds. But I definitely wanted to swap out a little bit of the windows because I felt like they weren't, I don't know, they weren't, I use those windows all the time. I needed to do something a little bit different. So I decided to use some different kind of windows. And yeah, so here is kind of like the look of the treehouse. I don't think we're completely done yet, but I think it looks good. I think it kind of like blends in a little bit. It looks like it's, it kind of looks a little bit realistic, which I really like. It's not like too overbearing and large, which is nice. Okay, so here we are doing the bedroom, and I did, despite... Basically, I didn't really like the shape of this bedroom. It's kind of too long and too skinny. Wait, hold on. Too long and narrow. I think that's what I was trying to say. It's kind of a little bit of an awkward shape, but I think I may do. And the sim, I think that it does work. You can go on both sides of the bed and still sleep. So that does mean that it is functional. So that's good. But yeah, so the bedroom is actually pretty simple. I don't think that there's much in it. I love those new little cubbyhole things because for a long time, I think that I struggled with trying to find good bedside tables because the bedside tables were always like a huge 1 tile wide by 1 tile wide kind of dimension. So it always was like huge. But I'm glad those bedside tables were a little bit smaller. And yeah, so here, I don't know what the heck was happening here, but the chair would not clip onto the desk, and I got so aggravated. And then I also was looking at the bunk beds, and I don't know, do beds just clip on to the kind of component thing? Because I could not figure it out. Struggled so much, so I just decided to go through like a a regular bunk bed kind of thing. The one with 2 beds already on it, and then you can just change the colors. And yeah. So, but this is a really tiny bedroom. It is 3x3, but I don't think it looks that small. We have a little desk here, which is nice. There is a little bit of some activity stuff outside the room as well. So hopefully it's not like too cramped, like you're just stuck in this little room. And here I decided to do something a little bit different. So this ideally, or not ideally, I don't, what is the word I'm trying to look for? But basically the idea here is, it's a blackboard wall. So it's like a chalkboard wall. You can, your little kids can color on it. I thought that was kind of trendy and cute. Struggled a little bit with what to put on it, but I think we got there in the end. I hope it looks like a chalkboard kind of wall. Especially with this little guys and how it was a little bit faded. I kind of like that. Although I don't know if you would ever get something so vibrant from chalk or even as pretty as that from kids. But I don't know, maybe your kid is like a, prodigy artist or something. And yeah, so here is what I was talking about before, where you have a little bit of some activities outside the bedroom. So here we just have a kind of universal computer desk for everyone to use. And I think that I put a bonsai tree, there's a little guitar, and then a little bit of a plant to kind of warm up the place. I was going to put those vertical gardens there, but, didn't look great, so moved it away. But I think we did put it in at the end. Like I said, we do a lot of landscaping, and I try to use a lot of the outdoor kind of stuff as well. Even though there is kind of essentially like a kid's bedroom, I did for some reason veer away from using any of the outdoor kid activities. Like for some reason, the only thing that's coming to mind is the monkey bars, but I didn't include those. I don't know why, because obviously, if you downloaded it, and you don't have kids, you can always just change up that bedroom and then you won't have to like delete everything. But the outdoors still has like a lot of the other stuff that you can kind of do as adults. So there's like the flower arranging table, there's like the bees. I have a couple of the insect, little farmhouses things. There's planters as well, so you can do some planting. And yeah. Okay, so now we are going on to the decorations on the outside. So obviously we put some of the little lights on the exterior of the walls. We're putting these little they're not stars. These little kind of, what do people call them? Some people call them like fairy lights. Some people I call them Christmas lights. I don't know why. Well, obviously, because, you kind of put them around Christmas. And yeah, so finally, I think we're gonna complete the landscaping. I don't actually know for sure, but so honestly, I don't know. Landscaping is so hard in The Sims. It's not that it's hard, it's just so difficult to like blend everything in. And I did do landscaping, but landscaping and basically floor or terrain alterations suck. It's like not a good combination because everything is basically floating. Don't look too closely at all my bushes and all my trees and stuff, because I'm pretty sure 90% of it is floating. It doesn't look quite right, but don't pay too close attention. I think it still looks okay, somewhat. I don't know. It's probably like one or the other. You can either do terrain alteration or you could do like a lot of like landscapey plant kind of things, but maybe not both because things don't go well. I feel like the Sim should have something like clipping to the terrain or something like that. Especially when I get a lot of the plants. Those are a little bit aggravating, but yeah. Anyways, so here we're going into the debug menu. Had a lot of fun here and just kind of pulling out anything that I thought looked okay and just placing them around. So we have plants, we have trees, little decorations. I loved that little like kind of torn away jetty thing from the little pond that we have. I don't think as far as I know, it doesn't have any function, but I thought it looked so cool. A little wheelbarrow, a little tree stump. Actually, I think we deleted that. I think mostly though, we took a lot of the trees, or not trees, but the like shrubbery and plants and stuff. And especially I made use of these little fences. Now, I don't know, because it's a debug, I don't think it actually functions as a regular fence in the sense that maybe Sims might walk through it. I'm not actually sure. I did not test that out, but yeah, but I thought it looked so cool. I love especially that one at the end where they're kind of broken. Those are so cool. And the little like overgrown grass or something, like flowers. Oh, that looked so cool. So we have trees. We have a little curved stone fence. Oh, this is my favorite part of basically the house. Not the house, the whole like lot. I love this little front section with that little, I don't even know what it's called because I don't live near like a farm. I don't know farm equipment, but there's kind of like that plow thing at the front that was kind of shoveled a little bit, so that was fun. And I also added some of the little lights too to the tree. Again, like I said, I don't know if everything, basically some things might be floating. I don't know if the lights are actually kind of properly configured. They kind of look like it, which is really nice. And I think, oh shoot, I don't know actually if in the screenshots we got any at night. No, maybe not, but I don't know. I also think it looks really cool at night as well because I add a lot of like outdoor lighting and yeah. And I don't know if this is like a thing that always has happened, but ponds, you can fish in them apparently. So that's also an activity that you can do outside. And also you can like catch frogs. I think just play in the water as well. Those are some other activities that you can do. So that's super fun. So it gives you a little bit more of some activities to do outside. And obviously, here we're just kind of decorating around the place. I don't really do a ton with landscaping, also because like I don't think I'm the best in terms of landscaping, but I tried my best. These fences, man, these fences are so annoying. Not the fences, just items on terrain manipulation. It don't look too closely. These fences are definitely floating, but I thought it looked good because for some reason the edge looked weird. I don't know. It just looked a little barren. So yeah. I also don't know if this is like the typical path that Sims will walk on. I probably should have looked at that. Because obviously with the dirt and stuff, it looks like there's a natural pathway, but I don't actually know if the Sims will take that pathway. Yeah. I guess since there's so much stuff around the place, it's hard to know exactly where your Sims will walk to and from. And yeah, so we're doing a little bit of terrain paint just to kind of give it a little bit of a more lived-in feel. And I like it. I think it works. I don't think I actually stepped back though and saw if it kind of fits in with the area around. I think it kind of goes because it looks a little bit like a forest, I guess. So that's kind of fun. A little treehouse in the forest. I do put a bin here. I think I had trouble with this bin for so long. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working because my sim would always decide not to throw out trash. I think it's because you can't bring trash like on a ladder or something. So that didn't work. So I ended up having to put the trash can on that little like porch area, which actually worked out so much better because I think it worked, I think it looked so a lot better. And yeah, so we have those vertical gardens in the back. I think we're kind of just like finishing off with adding some plants and stuff, but I didn't want to go too overboard with the plants. Well, actually, I love adding plants to things, but like I said, it's just because everything's floating and it looks so bad if like, you know, you have just floating grass everywhere. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of some lights in the back as well. I definitely wanted to make all of the sides look good, not just, you know, from the front or anything, but I'm moving some of those bug and bee stuff around, moving this around, but I struggled with where to put it because it kept floating everywhere. And it I don't know if anybody else has this like tick about like the floating furniture, but it looks so bad. I can't get used to it. Yeah, I don't think it's in the final product. I don't think it's that bad. Some things are definitely still floating, but it's okay, I think. Yeah, but you know, if you download this, you might not be annoyed by that. Maybe just me. Okay, so now we're going into screenshots. Is this daytime? The screenshots look a little bit dark. I don't know. Kind of looks like a gloomy day outside. Yeah, so here's some of the terrain. I love it. I think it looks so cool. Like I said, this is my favorite part. We're going the inside now, and I think it looks good. Like I said, it's not too style specific. We have a nice little dining table that kind of merges into the counter. It does work, so that's good. And yeah, it's small, but it doesn't feel too small. So I think that's good. And then here's the living room. I think it looks nice. We don't have a huge TV. It's kind of like a nice little tiny TV. I think this definitely looks like an Airbnb or something. Definitely, I could see that. And yeah, I don't like the bedroom. More a little bit on the outside. And then, I don't know, I love the outside. Did a lot with the plants, but yeah. So I think that's about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this build. Like I said, haven't done one in a while, so I've been having so much fun with them. I don't know if I'm going to do another one anytime soon. I don't actually have plans for another one, but hopefully, you know, schedule goes as plans for the Let's Play. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in another video, and yeah, bye.